Hello and welcome everybody to the PLR British GT Championship here on Thursday. Looks like my camera is a little laggy. Can we fix that? 1 second. Let me get that fixed for you. It ain't working right. It's a little better now. I don't know what to say. Well, I look a little laggy, but ladies and gentlemen, we're here to have some fun. I look like a golf player right now, but we're gonna jump right into the action. Let me see. Again, if I can get this fixed, my image, my face. Let me get that sorted out for you. And something I really need to tell you. Okay, I think we're back now. Are we? Okay. Something I wanted to tell you is that we got a very, very, very important race today. Race 6 here in Zolder. 24 minutes of qualifying. Then 2 20-minute races. Let me see. There we go. Yes. No more dark. The pro golf player is back. And as I said, it's round 6 here at Zolder. We'll go quickly into qualifying. And my God, today I'm going to laugh at these people because the conditions on track are not very nice. I'm just going to say that. And we'll take a look very soon. First, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the standings because right now in the GT3 Pro, we got Ben Crook, Marquez, and Thelstrup. 172, 137, and 133 is the difference between these drivers. Those are the points. Have you lads ever thought about doing post-race interviews? Yes, indeed. But we want to do it the right way, so stay tuned because we got things ready. Don't you worry, my child. Then, on the GT3 Amateur, we got Shoto, Vadabogban, and Dahl. On the top 3, 105, 93, and 63 points. Then we move into the GT4s. We got in the pro category, Siata, Chuchkovic, and Zinkinen. And then Stickford, Mazan, and Fox for the GT4 Amateur. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go into qualifying in just a few seconds. And my God. Oh yeah, stay tuned for the next season. We're preparing a lot of stuff. Look at me. I even look kind of cute today, don't I? I'm trying to get the love of my life. Anyway, we are awaiting the end of the free practice. But yes, stay tuned. Next season, we are going to bring our guns out. We're preparing some very top-notch stuff for every single one of you. We want to give you a better look on everything, on absolutely everything, both on the usual leagues as we see here weekly, and also we want to give you a little bit of a look at the drivers, at what they do for the team, at where they are. You know, we want to locate them, we want to put them in the spotlight, because at the end, what we're doing here is just put these incredible drivers to the test and to showcase them here on Twitch so you can all enjoy fantastic racing that we get every single day that the PLR servers are open. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move right into qualifying. I'll see you in 2 seconds. There we go. Now we're here in the qualifying and let's get those engines turned up. Super Bowl cute. Hello, Sorisic. How are you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Or at least that is my hope indeed. And well, we're here. 1080, 60 FPS, everything working fine. I finally fixed it, and I'm a happy boy because of that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Here we have Callum's Whoa Fry. I don't know why I always say Callum's. No, it's not Callum's. It's Callum. Damn it. It's Callum. Sorry, Mr. Callum. It's a little hard for me to say your name, so me apologize. Me apologize for this. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna go. Right now we're here with Mr. Fry himself. He's finishing the lap now, and we are gonna go for a full flying lap. Let's go on board with him and see what this man can do. I'm looking forward to his performance. So far, so good for him. He has been consistent. There you see, it's really raining. That's what I meant by the conditions not being nice. It's really raining here. My God, the game looks stunning today, doesn't it? Kuno Simulazione, you finally blessed me with some good stuff. There you see, well, Fry going into turn 4, this very long right-hander. Be careful with the curbs, as always. In these rainy conditions, touching the curbs is just sentencing your own death. We'll see how the drivers can deal with it. But for now, Callum Fry going very smoothly through the chicane. There you see the car behind is none other than Jensen. And let's see what Mr. Jensen can do. Seriously, this driver, top notch from this man. Every time we see him on track, it's just an absolute pleasure. And there you see that fantastic Mercedes heading into the third sector now, into the right-hander. That brings us back into the straight. Then very important braking zone and a very sharp right-hander. People can get this corner tricked very easily. They can screw it up with complete ease because it ain't something that you can control, especially in these conditions. And of course, this last couple of corners very tough as well. Zolder is a very technical track and a short one indeed. The laps are going to be around 130s on dry. There we see now a 46 from Callum Fry, who's going to be on provisional pole. Let me see if I can get this fixed for you 1 second, because it ain't showing right. There you go. We're good now. Stickboard just put a 44.8. Chuchkovic puts himself in P2. And now let's go with another man who's on a lap. Let's go with Richard Mazan. Isn't it nice to see this man? We'll see what he can bring to the table today. Siata takes provisional pole with a 44.3. God, it's always the alien. The guy in the Maserati. Hero. Oh. Hero. It's just a hero. Let me tell you about this man. Huh? I'm going to tell you with all of the love that I have on my heart. Felipe Diaz! Portuguese or Brasileiro. I don't know. But one way or the other, what an amazing driver this man is. Seriously. I love him. I love me some Portuguese buddies. We'll see how he can do. Of course, the Maserati has to be absolute hell to drive with here. Let me be honest with you. The car on dry, it's an absolute pain. Well, I cannot even imagine when we go into rainy conditions. But good lord, this man is holding himself quite well. We'll see if he can set a clean lap. For now, we're going to go with Norman Bruce. At the moment, his fastest lap time was a 47.9. He's a full second up. Let's see what can happen here on the second sector. For now, he's looking very confident. Let's see, because this double chicane is a very weird one. The track limits, of course, are widened up due to the rainy conditions, so the drivers can abuse the curbs a little more if they want to. But of course, that has consequences. For now, Bruce is really looking good so far on this lap. Maybe he can put himself in P5. My God. You know, we're here trying to have fun. Renata, today you gave him the right breakfast. I was talking to Conrad before we started the broadcast. And I know why he's this fast today. I cannot say it live on stream. But let me tell you, he's a happy boy right now. Papa Giorgio puts himself in P2 with a 44.252. There you see Norman Bruce is going to cross the finish line. Put a 47.5. Unfortunately, that exit wasn't as he planned out to be. Now, Nico Vlaminch, look at that. The car flying through the curbs. My God. That's what you call aggressiveness. And it comes from the BMW. We go now into the double chicane. You can see it's just running all over it. He doesn't care. He knows he can do it. And nobody can say anything about that. So, well done indeed. He's now a full second up on his 46.5. Let's see if he can get towards the top 5. That would be a very optimal place for Mr. Vlaminch. Look at that. Ramla Jensen takes the P2 away from Papa Giorgio by just 32 thousandths of a second. Very well done indeed. Vlaminch now. Let's go on board with him to see the last 2 corners. Let me see how many people are we on stream right now. I see 10 people. Come on, guys and girls. I want to see y'all join the action, so please share the link with your friends and your family. There you see Vlaminch now puts himself on P7. Look at Callum Fry. This man is on an absolute banger. The cameraman is completely drunk. We're gonna go on the helicopter. Every day I need to do a different version. Next time is gonna be an acoustic Fry with an incredible set of corners. My God, this is gonna be an amazing lap. Let's see what it's going to be at the end. He's gonna cross the line and put himself on P6 with a 44.9. Very good performance considering his last lap time was a 46.9. Top-notch job just behind. There you have Eric Meguro. Puts a 45.657. 15 thousandths of a second behind Nico Vlaminch. Just behind him, there's Felipe Morna, who's going to cross the line as well. That's going to be a 46.087. Not going to be enough to take any positions. Then we have Richard Mazan and Norman Bruce. Both of them being in the 47s. Let's see if Mazan can get in the 46s. That'll be quite nice indeed. Let's take a look. There you see him very aggressive on the entry. And same goes for the exit. That is nice from Mazan. He's going to be able to get in the 46s, but I fear he's not going to be able to take Felipe Morna. Still has 7 tenths to make up for now. Corrasiata leads the GT4 by 8 tenths of a second. Ramlo Jensen and Papa Giorgio just separated by 32 thousandths of a second. We'll see if Jensen can get a little closer to Corrasiata. For now, we are with him as we head into the first chicane. You can see how aggressive he goes through it. He gains so much time there. Let's go back in the helicopter to see this double chicane. You can see everybody's just running. Oh, that's a little late from Ramla Jensen. Very unfortunate because he was going on a banger at the moment. But he runs it very, very late on the braking. And the lap has been invalidated. Anthony Papa Giorgio has a good chance of taking Jensen because he has 5 tenths up. Maybe he can do something about Siata's time. We will see, because it all comes down to this last 2 corners of the track. Then 1 more lap, and the GT4s will be done for in this qualifying session. That you see Papa Giorgio very soft on the entry, aggressive on the exit. He might be able to have a shot at Corrasiata. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to cross the line. Oh my God, 47 thousandths of a second. It's not going to be enough. Let me tell you that Corrasiata is still improving though. 2 tenths up on that 43.445. Let's see if he can make it even bigger. But Papa Giorgio is really looking strong. Maybe in this last lap he can make something about this. Jensen is also on his last lap. We'll see what he can do. But for now, Siata is going to put a 43.232. We'll see if Papa Giorgio can do something about it. Let's go now with Nico Vlaminch, who's going to cross the line right now. Let's see if he can get Nielsen and Fry. Unfortunately, he cannot. He's very close. He's not going to have one more lap, so he's just going to leave it out. There you see the KTM, another car that is not easy to drive, especially in the rain. Felipe Morna on board. Let's go with him right now. Let's go in his helmet view. Look at that. That looks like a spaceship more than a car. And right now he finds himself a full second ahead. Welcome out on to the stream. Morna now. He needs to nail this last corner. Very well done indeed. That was the perfect moment to go on the throttle. He's 7/10 up. Will he be able to take Nico Vlamic with him? No, he's not. It's going to be 50 thousandths of a second that's separating. But look at this. Anthony Baba Georgia right now. It's an absolute rocket. Will he be able to beat Siata's time? Ladies and gentlemen, he does with a 42.5. That's what you call a smash. What a lap. Rommel Jensen gets closer to Conrad Siata. What a lap. Just behind Jordi Stickford. 6/10 up. Unfortunately, not enough to take Jensen. Let's go now with Jens Nelson. He's going to finish his lap. How are you all there in the chat? I hope you're having fun here with us. Because let me tell you, this is going to be a fun couple of laps. Nelson unfortunately goes off the track. So the last man remaining from the GT4 is Mr. Richard Mazan himself to set a lap. Let's see if this is going to count. He's at the moment 7/10 up. Unfortunately, he takes the corner very slow, but the exit looks quite nice. Let's go on board with him for the last set of corners. Will he be able to at least overtake Felipe Morna? He needs to make a perfect corner in order to do so, but I don't think it's going to be enough. It's 8/10 up. But that's just going to put him on a 45.7. So there's not going to be a chance of Mazan making another move. So ladies and gentlemen, these are the standings for the GT4. We're going to move right with the GT3. Let's go with my man, Bob Jones. Yes. I love him. I absolutely love him. What an incredible driver this man is. Perseverance. You know, he has that on buckets. And I'm looking forward to see what Bob Jones can do. Let's go now with some of the gentlemen who find themselves on a flying lap. That is, for example, Linus Shoto, who goes right now into the first chicane with a very good exit indeed. Let's go now into the double chicane. Again, due to the rainy conditions, you can take the curves a little more, so you can make up some time. Let's take a look at the front of that car to see the lines that is going to take through this third and last sector. You see the rain is not too heavy at the moment. You can see how safely he goes through that sharp right-hander. Still hitting the curbs, which surprises me, to be honest with you. But ladies and gentlemen, we go now to the last couple of corners. Shoto, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be the first man to set a lap for the GT3s. He's going to cross the finish line right now, and he's going to set provisional pole with none other than a 1:37.4. Let's see if somebody's going to be able to contest that. There you see Tom Wick is going to cross the finish line. That's a 38.4. Not enough. Let's go now with Alexander Dahl, who finds himself in P3 in the championship on the GT3 amateur category. At the moment, Ben Crook takes the lead with a 36 dead. Alexander Dahl with a good exit. Will this be enough to contest Ben Crook's time? I do not think so. That is Mr. Alexander Dahl putting himself in fourth with a 38 dead. We'll see if things develop from there. There you see now Christopher Verhoeven put himself just behind Mr. Alexander Dahl. And there you have my man Bob Jones ready to set a lap. Unfortunately, it's not going to be the fastest. That looks like it's going to be a 39 out of 40. That is a 39.8. But hey, keep on fighting, brother. Never give up. Ryan Reed, that's the man that you have on board at this exact moment. Let's see what he can do. He finds himself in the third sector. We will see how things turn out to be. But for now, stable, clean lap. And at the end, that's what's going to matter the most when we go into the 2 races that we have. Just be consistent. And most importantly, just hold it safely. There you see Ryan Reed now going through the last corner. Well done indeed. It's not going to be up to pace for the top contenders. Just behind that is Noé Matumona, who is now nearly a second behind Ben Crook. Let's see if someone else can get closer to him. For now, we're going to go back with Bob Jones. At the moment, a full second up. It's looking good. Holding everything steady. And let's see if he can have a shot at least at the top 5. For now, very stable, consistent drive. No rushing. He knows in qualifying you need to live it all out. But he would rather get some clean laps and get ready for the race session. Mr. Jones with a good entry. Same goes for the exit. That was a perfect moment to go on the throttle. That is going to put him on the 38s. So let's see. That's going to put him in PA. Well done indeed from Bob Jones. That was a good lap. Let's go now with Linus Shoto, who finds himself in the very sharp right-hander getting into the third sector. You can see how aggressive this man is driving it. At the moment, 410 stop. Will he be able to take Noé Matumona's time away from that P2? It all comes down to this last 2 corners. A long chicane here. You can see how aggressive he is on the entry. I don't know if that's going to help him or not on the exit. I think that really penalized him. And unfortunately, he's not going to be able to contest Matumona's time. So we'll take a look at the rest. There you see Tom Wick now is going to cross the line. 2/10 up, not enough to overtake Rasmus Tholstrup. And we're going to go with this man, Mr. Tholstrup himself. Sorry. There you see him approaching the double chicane. Let's take a look on board. You can see how aggressive it goes through there. You can just launch the car like nothing. That was a little too much. But he's going to be able to control it. Well done. Good save there from Tholstrup. A full second up, so he will be putting himself on the 36s. It's looking real good from the BMW driver. There you see how much he's struggling to put the car on the straight. Let's go now on the helicopter to take a look at the last couple of corners. I see 12 people now. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. I want to see some more. And I want to see some love for this man who's going to cross the line. Will he be able to take the P1? No, but he's going to take P2. Very good lap indeed. Ben Crook just put a 35.7. My God. Ben Crook today. He's on another level. Tholstrup, as you can see, is right there. And Verboven jumps to P3. Good lap indeed. Let's go now with Enrico Paris. Nice to see him here. I was having a little bit of a chat with him before we started everything out. And he told me that he didn't enjoy the Bentley on the rain. It wasn't his forte. But for now, you know, he's doing a solid job. Let's see if he can put himself in the top 5 at the moment. 38 dead. 1.5 seconds ahead of his best lap time. So maybe we will see a big jump from Enrico Paris. He crosses the finish line. That is a P4. What a lap from Enrico Paris. That was just amazing. Alexander Dahl jumps into P2. Good lap indeed. Let's go now with one of the owners of PLR, Mr. David Cook himself. Come on, Cookie. Come on. Give me some good laps here. 5/10 up at the moment. 37.9 is the fastest for him. He's going to convert it into a 37.4. And that gives him P8. We are going to go right now with Mr. Linus Shoto, because he just said a purple. And by God, this man might have a shot at Ben Crook's time for the lead. 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining of this qualifying session. And everything looking really, really contested amongst all the drivers. Let's see as we approach, of course, the last 2 corners. It all comes down to the straight speed. Will it be enough for Linus Shoto to make it to the top? Ladies and gentlemen, he's going to cross the line! 23 thousandths of a second, so close. He lost a little bit of speed there. Oh, that's so unfortunate. It was the last corner. He lost the straight speed, and that's where he could have gotten that pole position. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to do so. Enrico Paris is now 5/10 up, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to cross the finish line, as well as Ben Crook, who's going to set another clean lap. Paris jumps into P4. Good job indeed. Well done. Let's go now with my man, Bob Jones. I want to take a look at him. At the moment, 37.7 is his fastest lap time. Slowly but surely improving at the moment. A full second ahead on his fastest lap time. He's dropping that speed on the straight, so he's going to lose some of that time gained. Let's go down to the last set of corners. Good entry. It wasn't as good as he intended, but nonetheless, 4/10 up he's going to be. Will he be able to take David Cook? No, he won't, because Cook just improved to a 36.9. Gap stays the same. Enrico and Reed just behind Mr. Bob Jones. But Verstappen is going to cross the line. 3/10 up. This could put him on P5. Unfortunately, it is not enough to do so. Let's go now with Enrico Paris again improving. I don't believe this man. He said he wasn't feeling too comfortable in the rain. Well, look at him, P4 on this qualifying session and very close to the fastest time of the session. Ladies and gentlemen, 20 seconds remaining. Will Enrico have another shot? Another lap in him? Let's take a look as we head into the last couple of corners. Paris now with a good exit. Will it be enough to take pole position? Ladies and gentlemen, that is Paris going through the straight line. Is this going to be the pole position from Enrico Paris? And it is! 1:35.602. What a lap! The top 3 separated by just 1/10 of a second. Isn't that absolutely lovely? What a lap from Paris. That was clutch. And that might give him the edge. That might put him on pole position for this qualifying session. What a lap. Beautiful, beautiful job from the Italian. There you see Matamona now 5/10 up. This will put him in P4. He needs to nail this third sector to make it happen. And maybe have a shot at the top spots. So you see Matamona is just driving it like a maniac. It's a full second up on the 36.5. He might have a shot at the lead. Let's take a look at his last sector, because it all comes down to this. This is the only man on track that is improving, and he's improving by quite a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, we head now into the last 2 corners. Will Matamona take Paris's first pole position of the season? Let's take a look. It all comes down to this exit. That is a good exit indeed from the Porsche driver. Will it be enough? It's going to be a matter of thousandths of a second. And there you go. Matamona takes it by just 23 thousandths of a second. My God. What a clutch lap. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move straight into the race session. Race 1. Here we go. And there we are. We are ready to say good night to every single driver, because nighttime. There you see some penalties being given. And good Lord, I am ready for this. Let's go for a little bit of a grid walk. It's going to be Matamona taking the pole position on the last second possible, just side by side. He's going to be Enrico Paris, then Ben Crook and Zolder for the second line. For the third one, we have Shoto and Dahl, then Verhoeven weak. And to finish off the top 10, David Cook and Bob Jones. Then Enrico Adrian Reed, 11th and 12th. Papa Giorgio Poe for the GT4s. As you can see him right there. Pop. Pop, 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 pop. Then Conversiata with a 5-second penalty on P2 for the GT4. Then Rumbler Jensen and Stickford. Tres Soldi and Churkovic. Wells, Fry, and Meguro with a 5-second penalty. Mr. Nielsen, Vlaminch. Of course, Felipe Morna. You gotta love this man and the balls that he has. I'm sorry for saying that word here on the stream, but he does have some balls driving a KTM around this. Richard Mazan, and of course, on the back, unfortunately, Felipe Diaz, the man in the Maserati, the man on a mission. And then, as you can see behind him, is going to be Norman Bruce. But if someone deserves some credit for driving this track in these conditions, the Maserati of Mr. Felipe Diaz. My God, that's what you call some big cojones. There we see the full grid. Isn't that a nice shot? I am learning how to control the camera, ladies and gentlemen. My God, what a professional broadcaster. Thank you very much. I am joking. 1 minute remaining for the start of this race. Of course, we're going to have a full lap of formation so the drivers can get the tires as warm as possible. That's going to be key towards the start of the race for sure. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave you for the beginning of that formation lap. I hope you can invite everybody you can to get them ready, because this race is about to start in a couple of minutes. So please, I want to see everybody in the chat making their bets. Who is going to take the victory home for this first race of the two? Let's go into the formation lap in just a matter of seconds. Look at that. Isn't that a nice shot? It is indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you right now. Let's go with the formation lap. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back and ready to give this race a start. We only have the third sector remaining for the start. And let me tell you, things are really looking good for every single driver. As you can see, still a little rainy. There you see the puddles of water shining all the way through. And here we go, getting closer to that finish line. getting ready for Noe Matumona to start things out. My God, I am so ready to give this one a start. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's time for the start to happen. We're going to go on the helicopter. The green lights are going to come in just a few seconds. It's going to be Noe Matumona setting the pace. From Enrico Paris, side by side they go, and the green lights are out. Good start from everybody involved. Let's take a look at Rasmus Zolder, who might have a shot. Big Crook goes on the inside and tries to make a move on Enrico Paris. And Crook is still going side by side. Matumona is flying away. Crook breaks a little nade. He still has the outside line. He's going to make it through Enrico Paris, who gets a very bad corner. And now he finds himself side by side with Rasmus Zolder. For now, Paris seems to be able to defend the position just behind him. There you have David Cook and Christopher Verboven fighting for position. Cook makes the move. Shoto and Wick still fighting, and same goes for Thostrup and Paris. Matumona should be absolutely ecstatic. There you see, we see a drive through on the back, and that ain't nice. Thostrup now with the speed. As we head into the double chicane, will it try something out? I don't think so. There you see Matumona just flying away from everybody. There you see now the fire into the GT4s. My God! What a move from Papa Giorgio. At the moment, Siata with the 5-second penalty finds himself on the top of the GT4 standings on this race so far. Just half a lap. And how exciting this is being indeed. Let's go now with Linus Shoto, who gets a fantastic exit. You can see he's carrying a lot of speed. He's going to try something on Tom Week as we hit the last two quarters of the track. He's going to go for the inside line. Will he be able to break later than Mr. Week? He's not going to try it out. Of course, the conditions are not good to try these things, but there you see Tom Week makes a mistake, and Shoto is gonna go side by side with him. He's trying to get the slipstream as much speed as he can to make the move as safely as possible. First lap completed. Week and Shoto going side by side. Shoto is gonna try an old switcheroo. We'll take a look if that's gonna work. No, it ain't. And Verboven is not being able to make it through David Cook, as you can see. Just behind him, Thostrup now, and Enrico Paris going at it still. The gaps have really opened up between PE1 and Mr. Noe Matumona and Ben Crook. 2 seconds already. Same goes for Mr. Crook and Paris. Nielsen right now, the GT4 with the fastest lap of the race. Of course, it doesn't count, because that comes down to how long you've been in the pit lane. Good trick up your sleeve, Mr. Nielsen. Now, fight still goes on. Short now, super close to Mr. Tom Week. Same goes for David Cook, who's closing in on these two. The fight for P6 is alive and rock and rolling. There you see now Richard Mazan and Jens Nielsen are going to go side by side, but Mazan is going to drop the position. Good move indeed. Let's go now with Callum Fry, who's getting closer to Eric Migudo, another of the drivers who has a 5-second penalty. It's Siata and himself. There we see now that Christopher Verboven gets an amazing exit through there. And we go now through the last two corners. There you see, Tom Week makes a mistake. David Cook is going to make the move. My God, what a move from David Cook. I did not expect that from one of the safest drivers. Wow, that is a maneuver. That was beautiful to see from David Cook, who makes the move on Tom Week and puts himself on P7. Verboven really struggling on these rainy conditions. Let's see if he can get a hold on things. There you see Eric Megura now behind Nico Blamensch. It's 0.4 of a second between these two gentlemen. Ay, Meguro goes off the track, but rejoins safely. That's what we want to see. That is Zolder, as you can see. He is being caught by Alexander Chuchkovic. Let's take a look at the GT4s. As you can see, Chuchkovic P6 on the GT4 category. Well done indeed. Let's go now with Mr. Christopher Verboven. And there you see Both of them, Mr. Verboten and Weak, still fighting. But David Cook has gotten himself a little bit of breathing room. Let me tell you, man, that they had a good gap, but unfortunately he lost it. It was Noé Matumona. He had 2 seconds and a half of advantage, but unfortunately he has made a mistake, and now it's Ben Crook just on his tail. Let's see how things develop from here. Well, there you see, Ben Crook is really closing up on 15 minutes remaining of this first race. And things are looking real interesting. There we see now Enrico Paris very close to Alexander Chuchkovic, who made the move on him before. The gaps are already opening up. There you see now Verboten and Weak. They go side by side through turn 1. Verboten is going to try to do an old switcheroo, but it didn't work out again. It looks like the rain is stopping, and that means it's going to be absolute hell for the rest of the race, especially for those tires, because if the track actually gets to dry, damn tires are going to cook. We will see what happens. For now, let's go with Callum Wells-Fry, who's fighting with Nico Paris himself. There you see Mr. Fry trying to make a move. You can see he is the man on the inside. He's going to make it through Alexander Chuchkovic. Good move indeed. We have Ryan Reed and Aaron Maguro moving from one another. Let's go back into the full standings. Siata is ahead of Mr. Reed. Unfortunately, got a drive through. Alexander Dahl finds himself on P7. And let me tell you that we're going to go on board with none other than Ben Crook. Because look at that, the gap has been closed down to just half a second. Let's go for a new lap. We are on Mr. Crook's bonnet. One of the PLR drivers fighting for the lead. Matumona getting good lines so far. And I just commentator curse him. He makes a mistake. Ben Crook is going to look for the outside line when he tries to switcheroo. You can see it ain't raining anymore. Still lots of water on the track, but the rain has stopped. So now we will see if Crook can take advantage of this situation. Maybe he feels more comfortable as the track progresses. 13 minutes remaining of this first race. Verboten still trying to catch Tom Week, but is not being able to do so. Let's go with Ryan Reed, who's going to make a move on Callum Wells-Fry. Of course, Reed being the GT3 driver. No issues at all. And there you see, he's now going to make it through Nico Paris as we head at the end of the first sector. Let me go now with one, Mr. Bob Jones. There you see. On the front, he's calmed. On the back as well. Chill race for him. Hold it steady. And pat yourself on the back. Because seriously, Biba, Bob Jones, Verboten now has caught up to Tom Wick and Alexander Dahl. And we are going to have a 3-man extravaganza as we head into the last 2 corners of the track. 12 minutes remaining, and Verboten is starting to feel comfortable. There we see he's going to go for a very conservative entry, but the exit was just splendid. And look at this. Ben Crook is already on the back of one Noé Matumona. Unfortunately, he makes a mistake. Just not going to be too happy with that. There we see still the fight between Tom Wing, Verboten! Verboten goes straight into the wall. Too much throttle. And the curb, bad mix. The thermal mix just broke. Don't buy on the telephone cannon. The Ramla Jensen now behind you already stickboard. This is the fight for P3 on the GT4s. Very good race from Sturberg himself. There you see Jensen is going to try the inside line. They go side by side. My God, the commitment from Jensen is going to make it through. What an amazing move especially on these tough conditions on track. That was just beautiful. Amazing to see. Let's take a look now on Colin Fry, who makes a move on Nico Vlaminch. And now Vlaminch is set up very badly due to that exit. Chuchkovic is catching. Look at the speed of that BMW GT4 on the straights. It's just out of this world, my God. Let me tell you, this is just the beginning. As I said, 2 races. This is the first one, and we're having a lot of fun with it, but unfortunately, the gaps are starting to open. 1.5 seconds is the minimum between all of the drivers, except for the fight that we have on our screens. Let's take a look now at Mr. Rasmus Stolstrup. Is now quite putting some good pace and trying to get on the back on Enrico Paris. He has lost 1 position since the beginning, but he's starting to find his own rhythm, and that is nice to see. Let's go now with James Nilsson. There you see, it's a 4-man fight for the GT4s, and the fight is for P6 between Nilsson, Chuchkovic, Vlaminch, and Friday. You see Chuchkovic going for the inside line, but look at that, Nilsson really carrying a lot of speed with him. We have a yellow on track, but moving. Oh, thank the Lord he went straight. That could have ended really badly if that other car was involved in the incident. So thank the Lord above, he got out of it safely. Unfortunately, he's going to spin out and lose some time, but at least he did it cleanly. There you see now Ben Crook real close again to Noé Matamona. The gap is just a couple tenths, and these two are fighting with fire. Let's see who's gonna. Oh my God! Ben Crook goes for the move. Let's take a replay of that. Sheesh. He tried. I think he broke a little too late. Matamona was able to save it. Ben Crook goes back to P4. Let's see what the stewards say about this. Stolstrup now getting real close to Enrico Paris. You can see he's not going full throttle. He's holding up. Oh, there was a little bit of a tap there. Even with Stolstrup slowing down to not make contact, it did happen. And we go now through the 3rd sector. Paris reclaims that P2. We'll see if he can hold on to it. Matamona right now must be in heaven, because he doesn't have anybody close to him. It should be an easy race. There you see the water slowly but surely evaporating. So the track is getting drier and drier. 16 degrees on the track. There you see Jens Nilsson still fighting with Alexander Chuchkovic. And let me tell you something. That is just nothing. It's just magical. What I'm going to show you in just a few seconds. But before, we're going to go with Ryan Reed, who should make a move on the GT4 of Anthony Papagiorgio. Reed went a not so good start. He should make it through without any issues. For now, he's holding up behind. Remember, multi-class. The faster class needs to find a way to overtake the slower one. He makes it through. And I want you to take a look at this. Mr. David Cook on P6. My God. This is absolute magic. What a drive from this man so far. 6 minutes remaining of this first race. And thing stands as follows. We have Matamona on the lead. Paris, Stolstrup, Crook, and Shoto for the top 5 of the GT3. Then for the GT4 we have Siata, Papagiorgio, Jensen, Stickford, entre Zolder. That's the situation at the moment for the top 5 on each category. There you see Ryan Reed makes a move now. Papa Giorgio made a mistake. Dropped the position. Got it back now. And good news for the guys in front. There you see Ben Crook is starting to catch up to Rasmus Thulstrup. So we might have a fight for the last 5 minutes of this race. But it's Thulstrup and Crook are going to have a go. There you see GT4 moving out of the way. And look at how tight it is between these gentlemen. Unfortunately, Paris makes a little bit of a mistake. He has one left car in front of him. Oh my God! Full stop! Full stop! Oh Lord Almighty, what's going on? Pandemonium! Absolute pandemonium on track! What just happened there? Let's take a replay of that, because Jesus Christ. That was a game of bowling. There you see the lapped car. That is a GT4. He needs to stay on his line, and that's what he's doing. There you see that Paris is going to make it through. But the GT4 closes in. But unfortunately, he gets punted off, and then boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Domino. Triple kill in the Call of Duty. Well, that means Paris stays on P2, Ben Crook on P3. And Thulstrup has dropped to P6. Unfortunate hit that is going to cost him 3 positions. My God. Things did get exciting for a moment. But as always, the Call of Duty wins. There you see now Christopher Verbo went very close to one Bob Jones who's in P9. My God, Bob Jones. What a performance, baby. I am so proud. Jesus, Verboven. Go, start of the track. No H's enjoying this more and more. Let's take a look at him. So much excitement, and this one is like, is this love that I'm feeling? You're welcome for my singing. I'm very sorry. I will pay for the hospital bills for your ears, but we need to go back to this fight, because now Paris is getting caught up by one Mr. Ben Crook. 3 minutes remaining, 2 more laps on Argo. Let's see if Paris can defend it for now. Crook with a very good exit. Look at the speed of the BMW, my God. Thank you for that follow, Matech Soul. Thank you kindly. Paris jumps the chicane, and look at the man who has caught up to the pack. He joins the fray, Mr. Linus Shoto. Let's see if he can have a shot at the top 2. 3-man fight that we're going to have until the end. There you hear the follow, so thank you kindly. Ay, 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 Felipe. With the Maserati, he's getting his lights flashed by who I presume is Ryan Reed. Ay, my God, my God, my God, my God. Look at that. Paris makes a mistake. He loses 1 now. Linus Shoto is going to slide in and take it too. Paris goes out of the podium. This should be the penultimate lap. It all comes down to Noé Matumona. He could slow things down to end it on this lap, but we'll see if it's going to choose that or not. One way or the other. Paris drops 2 positions. He gets knocked out of podium contention. Let's see if he can bring it back in these last 2 laps. Crook takes P2 and Shoto takes the P3. Ay, 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 ay. Thulstrup. What has happened to him? Stick quick replay. Oh, he went on the track. Look at that, horsey. Calm down, horsey. He's going to bring it back, but he's going quite slowly. Sure, he's not too happy about what's happening after that unfortunate incident. But what can you do? Hey, we all make mistakes at times. The important thing is to learn from it and be respectful, my friends. You can take that in anything in life, eh? There's a reason why nobody loves me. I'm joking. Let's go with Shoto. Very close to Ben Crook. It's a full second, but Shoto's starting to close in. This is going to be the last lap of the race. Here we go. There you see the leader, Noe Matamona. As I said, just chilling. You know, no problems. We good. We good, baby. We good, Bubba. He's completely relaxed. He knows he has this victory on his pocket. He just needs to keep it safely. And let me tell you, he's going to have a tough lap. A tough last one. And I'm going to show you why. Look at that. Let me try the free camera so you can see. There you see. It's not one, it's not two, but three GT4s. And on front of Mr. Matamona, I'm sure he's not going to risk it. You can see the GT4 is actually going to move out of the way. That was Nico Vlaminch. You can see the puddles on the track. But one way or the other, still safe from Mr. Matamona. Let me tell you, this camera shot is just insane, eh? This is giving me ideas, but look at this bed. David Cook on the top 5, and he might have a P4 if he can make it happen on Enrico Paris. It's 0.3 tenths of a second between these two. The professor and the student, they go at it for the last time on this race. One. Paris now goes very deep in the entry. What a race from Noe Matamona, who takes the victory. Ben Crook takes the P2, short of the P3. Paris on P4. David Cook on P5. What a performance. Let's go quickly here, because we have a fight for P2 on the GT4 category. It's Jensen and Papa Giorgio. They're going to go to the end. Look at Jensen. He's going to try to go for the outside line. He has the overspeed. Will he try something out? Will he just put the pressure? It looks like he's just going to put the pressure. But he's going to get very good lines through there as well. Siata still has a 5-second penalty. But he has built such a massive gap that it doesn't matter. He is going to take the victory home. Look at Jensen trying to go for the outside line. Of course, the switcheroo is what he has in mind. There you say these two gentlemen going toe-to-toe. Siata's going to cross the line and claim the victory for the GT4 category. But we need to go quickly. Back to the fight between Papa Giorgio and Jensen. They go through the last two quarters. There you see Papa Giorgio on the inside. It looked like Mr. Jensen goes a little too wide on the entry, and Papa Giorgio takes the P2. Jensen takes the P3. Ladies and gentlemen, what an amazing race we've had. We still have a 3-man to finish the lap. It's going to be Stickford, Tresoli, and Wolfra 4th, 5th, and 6th. And this is going to be the first race of the two. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going straight to race 2. I have to check out Juan's reaction to that ending. You're going to have to check it out, mate. We are going to move now into race 2. So let's wait for a second. There you see the leader, Mr. Noe Matamona, with that flawless performance. And we're going to move forward to the second race. Let's see how things turn out to be. We need to wait for the timer to follow. Then we will proceed. Let me tell you, that was a very exciting race 1. And you know, if there's something I love, it's race 2. You know it, especially if you've seen me on Race Room. Race 2 is always el plan. El plan y la ejecución. We are awaiting the server to proceed with the second race. Let's see. Oh, it's been quite a long way. Unfortunately, this does not depend on me. There you see all the cars on the pit lane. As you can see, it has dried out, so maybe the second race will be on dry. We'll see how the weather evolves. In the meanwhile, I want to see how many people are we right now on the stream. I see 10 people. I can understand the numbers are not as high as usual because this week is Holy Week. At least in Spain, everybody right now is partying and checking things out. But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go into race 2 because look at this. We are here and we're ready to rock and roll. 3 minutes for these gentlemen to prepare. Let's get things started. There you see it's daytime, but it's still raining, so that is gonna impact the way the drivers are behaving, especially now that it's on daylight. The track is hotter, in this case 8 degrees hotter, so it's gonna be a little easier to heat those tires up. I have hiccups because I'm on the other side of the country near sea, so I jump in here and there. Hey, don't worry, baby, so good. One way or the other, if the gentlemen, the ladies want to watch the replay, they have it here on Twitch, the VOD as well on YouTube. So ladies and gentlemen, it is the same grid for this race too. I'm gonna leave you for a little bit until we go on the formation lap. We'll be right back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for this second race to begin, of course. As we've previously mentioned, this is race 2. It's daylight, it's 25 degrees on the track. That means it's going to be a little easier for the tires to heat up. So hopefully we won't see the pandemonium that occurred at the last few minutes of this first race. We'll see how things turn out to be. Matumona should feel pretty confident after that dominating win on the first race. Let's see if he can repeat success. For now, we go through the second sector with everybody. We got a car stopped on track. That is James. Let me take a replay of that. So, there you see him. Oh my god, he nearly loses it and he parks it on the side. Well, he has gone back into the pit lane. I hope this is not a hardware failure. And of course, I hope this is not anything worse than that. So, hopefully we will get an update on what happened there. But one way or the other, I really hope everything is okay. Well, the green lights are about to come on. Just a couple more corners, and it will be time for everything to start. There you see, it's the last 2 corners, and then we're gonna be ready to rock and roll. For the second and last time of the evening, it's gonna be Noé Matumona setting the pace. Paris again side by side with him. Let's see if he can get the better entry this time. No penalties on the board. For the start of the second race, ladies and gentlemen, the green lights are gonna come out right now. And let's go racing. There you see again Ben Crook with an amazing entry, an amazing start, and again he makes the move on Enrico Paris, or maybe not Paris, with a very good exit. I think he should be able to defend that. Side by side they go to turn 2 right now, and Paris is looking fine so far, nearly made contact, but again it's Ben Crook with the better exit, and he's gonna make it through. Felipe Morno with the drive through, and now Paris is gonna get overtaken as well. Rasmus Zolder makes it through, and maybe another position. Look at that, Alexander Dow is gonna try something on the outside line of the chicane. Here we go, they backdoors, but Dow makes it through another position. Then Enrico Paris loses, and he might lose another one. My god, what is happening to Enrico right now? He has lost complete focus, as you can see. Look at that shot, trying to move on the outside line. We go to the chicane, but for now, it looks like Enrico Paris will be able to defend it. There you see, Jensen has made it through Conrad Siata, as well as Anthony Papagiorgio. So at the moment, it's Jensen leading for the GT4. Very good job. And that is a very bad start from Enrico Paris. He has lost complete focus, and you can see it reflected on his driving. There you see, finds himself in P5. He has lost 3. Let's go now with Norman Bruce, really close to Felipe Diaz. Look at that, isn't that nice? The weekend, David Cook on the outside. What a move! Unfortunately, he's gonna go a little too much on the curb. Will he be able to defend it? He's gonna break late, but he's not gonna be able to defend that. That was gonna be a little too much. Papagiorgio and Jensen going at it now for the lead of the GT4. Felipe Morna with the drive-through. He's serving it at the moment. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Matumona now is being caught by one Mr. Ben Crook. Let's see if things are going to change this time around. Look at the exit from the BMW. They're going to go side by side. My God, I love races 2. I told you many times. Race 2 is the best race ever. We go now through the chicane. Rasmus Thulstrup is catching up to these two. We're going to have a 3-man fight for the lead. And look at this, Jensen, Papa Giorgio, and Mr. Siata, they make contact. Siata's gonna be able to hold it. My God, that was so close to Pandemonium Part 2. Thankfully, everybody makes it out alive. For now, Papa Giorgio's still in the lead. Jensen just 0.2 of a second behind. Will he have a shot here? Look at that. He's looking for the inside line. He's not going to be able to do it. He's not going to be able to make that happen. Look at this. What a fight. But he's still defending from Linus Shoto. They make contact. Oh my God. Shoto completely spun. My God. Now Tom Wick makes contact with Enrico Paris. And look at David Cook. He might try to move on the outside line. Enrico's not having his best race ever. Let me tell you that. He's not enjoying this one for sure. My God. Another contact. And another couple of positions down. Good Lord in heavens above. Let's go now with the GT4. Papa Giorgio, Jensen, and Siata still fighting the three-man pack for the lead. Papa Giorgio seems quite comfortable on this first sector. And Jensen is not being able to close up that tiny bit more that he needs to make a move. I got some news for you because look at that big Crook is going to go side by side. We know I'm not the one, but let's go through the very quick left hand. Then we're going to the double chicane. Crook is going to come into the outside line now. The inside for the next one. They nearly make contact. Will he still have the inside? No, he doesn't. Great defense from Noé Matamona, but this is just helping one person. That is Rasmus Stolzrap. He was catching up to these two very quickly. There you see now Jensen, Papa Giorgio, and Siata again going at it. We nearly saw him make contact here on the chicane. Papa Giorgio makes it wide, and he goes through the gravel. He loses one, and he's gonna lose a second. Side by side they go, Siata and Papa Giorgio. Papa Giorgio needs to back down out of it. And Jensen claims the lead. What a fantastic couple of fights we're having here for the lead. Absolutely magical, that's how you call it. Jensen goes a little wide through there, but still good. Let's take a look now on Linus Shoto. We saw him make contact with Mr. Enrico Paris, and unfortunately he was the man taking the worst because he dropped to dead last for the GT3s. Let's take a look now at David Cook, who's really close to Enrico Paris himself. What an absolute masterpiece of race 2 we're having at the moment. This is what you call racing at its best. Hell yeah. Let's go now with Shoto's gonna make it side by side through Bob Jones. He goes and he makes it, no problems at all. There you see Ryan Reed. What has happened to Reed and Itri? There you see now. Oh, that was a little too optimistic. He is going to give the position back like a gentleman, so well done. Well done indeed. Let's go now again with David Cook. These three are leaving it all on track. Wick, Paris, and Cook fight for P6. Let's see how things turn out. Matamona is being an absolute tank at the moment. He's untouchable, even though Crook is close. Noé knows how to close the door every single time. Will he be able to do it again? We'll see. Let's go now with going to Siata. Still a fight alive for the lead of the GT4 category. These three gentlemen, Papa Giorgio has dropped to the back quite a bit, a second and a half. We have Ben Crook now super close to Mr. Matamona. Let's see if something can happen here. This is where Ben Crook has gotten the most speed. So maybe this is the time to try something out. This is where we saw the move on Enrico Paris. You see that is a great exit from Mr. Crook himself, the BMW. Pushing like an absolute maniac. We'll try something here. We have a yellow flag on track. Felipe Diaz, unfortunately, is going to send it straight to the pit lane. And another lap goes by for the GT4. Jensen still leading from Seattle. Papa Giorgio. Ben Crook now super close to Noé Matamona again. A good exit from the BMW driver. Let's see if we can try something on the second chicane. Here we go. We're approaching it right now. Look at the overspeed of that BMW on the straight. It's just maniacal how fast it is. Zolder now again joining the fray because of the ongoing fights. We got now Jensen and Siata on the same situation. Let's see how the GT4 drivers are going to handle it. You can see that Mr. Siata is really close now. We're gonna go into the first chicane. There you see, great exit from both. Will Siata try something out in here? I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna have enough speed to do so. We go now through the second double chicane. There you see it. Both of them make it out alive. Well, that's a little bit of a cut from Rumla Jensen, but nonetheless, he's gonna make it through. Let's go now with Enrico Paris, who's closing in on Tom Week. David Cook has dropped to a full second between himself and Paris. And things are starting to calm down a little bit, but that is for the GT3s, because there you see that is the last GT3, Mr. Ryan Reed. And then look at these two, they're still giving it all out. 11 minutes and 30 seconds remaining, and this is what you call an absolute masterpiece when it comes to driving. Again, also the fight between Crook and Matumona. We also get Tresoldi very close to Joeri Stickford. This is the fight for P4 for the GT4s. We'll see how this turns out to be. Siata and James are still going at it. As you can see, the rain is slowly stopping, so we're having the exact same weather conditions, just different time of the day, or that's how it looks like. We'll see if it will stop raining soon. For now, it still goes. That is a very good exit from Siata. Will he be able to try something out here? Because that was just fantastic. You can see he doesn't want to. He wants to keep it safe through here. This is the moment where he can try something out. Whoa, the car completely bouncing on that chicane curve. And we told you that is a fat curve indeed. E3 makes the move on Ryan Reed, because Reed makes a tiny mistake and is gonna pay with the position. But now Reed is closing in again. These two have been fighting since the beginning of the first race, and that is nice to see that they have very similar plays. Now Wells Fry and Lorenzo Tresoldi are going at it. The gaps in the lead of the GT4 have opened up, but the GT3 are still going at it. Thosop's dropped back to a second and a half between the fight of the lead. But let me tell you, Ben Krug is looking real fast right now. Look at that, he's showing the nose. He's not going to try a move, but he could have. Now it might be the time. That was a good exit indeed again. Seriously, Ben Crook is nailing every single exit we go through. Oh, that was a little too much curve. He was able to save it, but that could have ended horribly wrong. Really, really bad. Let's see now if Crook can finally make the move that he has waited for a long time. Reed and Ethan still go at it. Wells Fry and Tresoldi are going to go side by side. Wells Fry is going to commit to the inside. What a move! And that is done. That was amazing driving from both of them. Both from Wells Fry with the move, and from Mr. Tresoldi, who's going to drop it back and flash the lights. That's what you call a cameraman. And that's what you call an entertaining. Oh my God, I did not expect that, Tresoldi. With the winky for us here at the commentary booth. There you see Ben Crook and Matumana still go at it. Still 0.3 of a second. But he's lacking that tiny bit of speed. He needs to get the perfect exit out of this chicane to finally make the move on Matumana, who has led every single lap of both the races so far. He's gonna try something out now. He's gonna have to keep it patient. He has put Mr. Matumona in a very bad spot, and now Ben Krug has obliged, and he makes the move through. Noé Matumona, will he be able to answer to it immediately? I do not think so. That is finally Ben Krug jumping to the lead. Now it's time to see if he's gonna be able to hold on to it. Let's go now. In the meanwhile, with Mr. Konrad Siata and Ronald Jensen, they're still fighting. They're still as close as they were on the beginning. And these two are putting on a classic. Seriously, what a couple of drivers. These two are just complete excellence. You see Seata's putting the pressure. He's obviously not going to try to put the car there. He's trying to play mind games with the current leader. 7 minutes remaining. And things stand as they follow. It's Mr. Crook, Matamona, and Fulstrom on the top three for the GT3. Jensen, Seata, and Papa Jojo for the GT4. There you see Shoto. It makes the move on David Cook, but David Cook says, hell no, I'm gonna try again. Seata gets a drive-through. Oh my god, that is a race destroyed again. Seata's making a lot of mistakes these last few weeks. Between the fuel and off tracks, this man hasn't had the best weeks. And unfortunately, his race is done. There's nothing you can do about that. Your race is completely gone now. Let me take a look at this man. Ben Crook has pulled away from Noé Matamona, and look at the man who hasn't. It is Matamona, because Thlostrup is 3/10 behind him. Now that Matamona has lost the lead, he's starting to lack a little bit of pace. Maybe he lost focus after that move. Let's see if he can regain the confidence and start pushing. Let's go now with Enrico Paris and Tom Week, who are fighting one another. 5 minutes and 35 seconds remaining of the second and last race of the evening, rainy Zolder. Well, let me tell you, it's been a banger. Let's go now with the Zolder and Wolfrat. They're still going at it, but Callum Wolfrat is putting a very good race so far. Same thing goes for the first one. So good performance overall from the lad. Let's go with David Cook now again. Super close to Linus Shoto. Will he try something out? He is a little too away. So he's going to have to recall and keep it safe. There you see Zolder tried something on the chicane. It didn't work out. But again, he closes in immediately. That's what you call recovery. You might make a mistake, but the problem is not making the mistake. The problem is recovering from it. And that's something Zolder is very good at. Once he makes a mistake, he doesn't think about it too much. There you see that Thlostrup has made the move on Matamona. You can see it's just speed difference. There's no other way and no other word to describe it. Just speed. On the straight part, Matamona drops to third. Right now, Rumler Jensen is in heaven. This feels like paradise for Rumble Jensen, who is leading by 6.7 seconds. So as long as he keeps it cleanly and nothing weird happens like what we saw in the last 2 minutes of the race one, he should bring this home. Ben Crook has already pulled away 3 full seconds. This man has gotten the lead, and he has been unleashed. There you see Zolder now, again, with Callum Wolfrat. Gets a lot of speed. He's going to try something out here. Wolfrat finally made the move. Let's see if Zolder can get it back. For now, it doesn't look like so. Let's go now with Jens Nilsson fighting with one Richard Mazan. We go now through the first chicane. Nilsson was looking good, but he's going to slow down massively for the chicane. I guess he's not feeling too comfortable on it. So he's just going to play it safe. And I admire that, to be honest. Knowing when not to go hard. Unfortunately, Nilsson tried something aggressive. My God. Seata. Seata's man. Renata. Give him the cold pills. Give him the cold pills. This man is getting angry. You saw he cut the chicane. Unfortunately, not a lot he could do, to be honest with you. But he claims one position, and he's going to try to get as many as he can in this last 2 minutes of racing. To be honest, there's not a lot he's going to be able to do. But nonetheless, he is going to try it out. Some week now, fighting
with Christopher Bourbon, who finds himself in P5. Good job so far. Nilsson is pitting. Siata now catching up to Richard Mazan. We'll see how that ends up. In the end, we're going to have 2 more laps. Nilsson is serving the drive-through. As you can see, too many off tracks. Ay. Thulstrup has made a mistake. Well, there you see. Now we're getting into the spicy part. Look at that, Ben Crook finds himself in a GT4 sandwich. And you know who that man is? It's none other than Conrad Siata. There you see. Ben Crook has finally made it over Richard Mazan. And now Siata's going to try to do the exact same. Look at Matomona, who has caught up massively thanks to those GT4. Look at Rasmus putting the car through. That is fantastic, because now Matomona needs to deal with these GT4s for a while, and you can see that's just opened the gap. 2.5 seconds. That was risky, but very smart indeed, and it worked out. It paid off. We have 55 seconds remaining. Ryan Reed, boom, bonk on the wall. Let's go with Enrico Paris now. Again, super close to Tom Week. Will he be able to make a move? Ryan Reed is going to pit it. He's going to bring it back to the pits. And it seems that is it. For his race, 30 seconds remaining. The last lap is live. The white flag is going to come out very, very soon indeed. Let's take a look at Lorenzo Tresoldi. Look at the speed from Tresoldi. He might have this move done finally after 5 laps of non-stop fighting. It looks like Wells Fry is going to be able to hold it. Unfortunately, look at that. Tresoldi went a little too hard on the curb. That's what he didn't want. And look at this as well. Matomona is closing in on Rasmus Thulstrup. This is the last lap. The white flag is out, ladies and gentlemen, and we're getting some close fights for this last minute of racing. Let's go now with Enrico Paris and Tom Week, who are also very close to one another. Let's go back with Matomona and Thulstrup. Look at the speed from the Porsche. Can he make it happen on the last sector of the race? For now, he's not going to be able to try it here, that's for sure. That's for a fact. We go into the last sector first and foremost. We need to go with the man who finds himself in the lead. Ben Crook finally made the move. Oh, Matomona, and he paid out there. You see Thulstrup is trying to defend the inside line. Will he be able to make it happen? Is that going to be the right line? It looks good, and ladies and gentlemen, this is it for the GT3s. Ben Crook takes the victory home. Then Thulstrup and Matomona for the top 3. We still have a fight here, because look at this. It's Wick, Verboven, Paris, and Shoto. But at the end, they're going to stay in their respective positions. Very good P4 from Alexander Dahl. Give him props. And this man, Rumla Jensen, has survived hell. And he deserves a checker flag in front of him. He's going to get it in a minute or so. Because, of course, GT4's being slower. Tresoldi is right now, as you can see on your screens, he is P5. He still has a full lap to do, but that lap is going to be to go into the pit lane because he has finished on P5. So good job from Mr. Tresoldi. Rumla Jensen is going to be the man taking the victory. This time around, it worked out. And Siata, with a big mistake, cutting the corners, got himself a drive-through. And that just took him out of contention for the lead. Jensen takes the victory for the GT4. Well done indeed. Papa Giorgio just behind. He's going to take a very well-fought P2. He was leading, but a big mistake cost him everything. One way or the other, the P2 should satisfy him, and then Another man who has performed incredibly well, Jordy Stickford, is going to take the P3. Will Fry takes the P4. And ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be it for us tonight. So thank you very much to every single one of you that has accompanied me for the last hour and a half. Thank you very much, and we will see you next week. Cheers and good night.